Okay, here we go. If you did a property search, you can see here off to the left-hand side are all of the different ones that came up. And I'm going to select this one here on 92nd Place. And the first thing that comes up are the photos. You can click through those, take a peek, see what the place looks like. But what we want to talk about here is the detail page. So if you go up top here next to photos and click detail, it'll pull up the page that has all of the information that you want to know about the property. Up here is the address, city, state, and zip. The monthly rent amount is off here to the right-hand side, $16.95 per month. Right here is the multiple listing number. The 7-digit number is very helpful for me when you call for me to look up the property very quickly. And then it's a residential rental, which is what we're looking at. And then single family detached just means it's a regular house, just not attached to anything else. And active means it's on the market. Bedrooms and bathrooms for this house are 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 1,626 square feet. And the source of that information is from the county assessor, which is the tax guy. The house was built in 1983. It does have a pool that's private. If it were part of a community that had a pool, it would say community. And that's where you would find out about community pools. And if there wasn't a pool, then it would be none. In here, you can see these last two numbers say 2G. That tells you how big the garage is. If it was a 2C, that would mean it's a carport with 2 spots. If it said 3G, that would mean it's a garage with 3 spots. And then it lists the lot size range, and then tells you if it's a single story, 2-story, tri-level, and then furnished or unfurnished. And that's very important because furnished properties, when it comes to rentals, are very quirky. So I highly recommend, if you're looking for that, to look at my video on furnished rentals. Over here it tells you what the date available is. So this place would be available for move-in on April 29th. It tells you subdivision, the city, tax municipality, a bunch of other stuff that you'd want to look at. And then the school information is all listed here, what school district, elementary school, junior high, high school, etc. The important thing to read on a lot of these rentals are the public remarks, because in there the agents will give you a little bit of information about the property, but they'll also give you any quirky information that might have an impact on when the home can be rented, what they're looking for, what they're not looking for, that other stuff. The other most important area that I recommend people look at is the tax and lease information over here to the right-hand side. What it'll tell you here is when possession is available, and this particular one says immediate. Sometimes this field is not filled in and you only can refer to the date available that we looked at up above. But for this particular property, it's immediately available. The disclosure information isn't really important for you. That's something that I'll work out. The tax information is important. Some people, the rent includes the tax. For some people, it doesn't. So in there you can see whether or not you're going to add on tax. So for the $16.95, you would add 1.65% per month to that rental amount. And then the other nice thing here is it shows that included in the rent is a pool service, full pool service, which means chemicals and the guy coming to clean it out, vacuum, and then a gardening service. And then they tell you what type of lease they're looking for. This particular one is looking for a 12-month minimum. Could be a month-to-month, could be a 6-month minimum, could be a couple other things. And then this says that the broker who's listing the property is going to manage it, and then also says that there's no smoking allowed on the premises. And then one of the other most important things to people is pets. This field here will either say yes, it'll say no, it'll say less or approved, which means that we have to call them with the breed and whether the cat or dog is fixed, whether you have a bird, whatever the case may be. So depending on that field, it'll have an impact on a couple different things. So if you scroll down a little more, you'll see here some very important information on the earnest deposit, security deposit, monthly rent, the cleaning fee, and the pet deposit. I highly recommend that you check out our other video that explains the monthly rent, security deposit, earnest money deposit, all of that. I explain that in one nice short little video. Okay, that's it. Thanks a lot. If you have any questions on the detail page, don't hesitate to call or visit us on the web at thevideoagent.net.